Yo guys, what is going on? It's Burke Crown 88 coming to the YouTube video, and today we're discussing the warp speed. We're discussing building them, different sets, different strategies, how to build these cards. So if you're looking at how to build these warp speed cards, if you're looking to maximize on sets to try to do the best you can do, or maybe take the risky play for maximizing your rewards or, biggest payout for the most risk, I got a couple of sets to do. I got a couple of things you can do to actually roast your collection and get as many of these cards as you can get. So let's dive into it. Let's see what I got and how quickly can you guys build up the warp speed MSPs, because I think they're absolutely must makes, and you got to get as many of these as you can. Take your favorite team or your favorite player, but get absolutely as many as you can. But let's get into it. I hope you do enjoy it. So a lot of this is going to come down to collectibles and fodder, obviously, because, we try to do everything here with fodder and or time. So we're going to start with the fodder. There's a couple of ways you can do it. So one, you have to turn everything in to 85 pluses to get everything done. This card here that I got it from doing the Mike Gardner moments. So that's a free 86 overall I can throw in here just by doing the Mike Gardner moments. But I was turning in, this may not be what you want to do because of value and whatnot, but when it comes down to it, this is the best event we are probably going to see in a long time. 99 speed is not going to be beat by anything, and the cards that are coming out in the future are not going to be 99 speed. So 85s to 88s, I turned everything I had in. I had like 200 cards, 220 cards, 85s to 88s. I turned everything I've been saving and all the cards I've been buying off the auction house to make sure I had cards for this event. I dumped everything into it. Absolutely everything. So now I have 4 MSPs, but I have 0 fodder. So everything from 85 to 88, I've been dumping in here. That is how important these MSPs are. And then, of course, you take those 85s and you turn them into 87s. And then you turn the 87s into 89s, which you then turn in here. Now, when you turn your 89s in, the regular 89s, I have been turning in 90s, 91s, 92s. I turned 92 Dvorsky into this set. I turned 91 Rantanen into this set. And the reason I did that is because those cards are no longer on my team, and I needed them to make these cards, right? Peter Bondra has to be made. If you have been around this game for a long time, you realize how important this card is, and you realize that this is a great card because I think it's his first time in Hut in general. And that kind of thing needs to be shown to EA that we love, right? You need to make Peter Bondra because EA needs to see that we love when they add new cards. Maybe that's how we get Pavel Bure. Maybe that's how we get Paul Kariya. Neither one of those are going to happen. Sergei Fedorov, probably not going to happen. But if we show EA, this is what we want, this is what we could get. Now, the 89s, like I said, I was turning all the way up to 92s into these. And then, the 85 to 88s is how I built these. So that is one way to go about it. But let's say you absolutely roast your collection. You absolutely cook it. 85s, 88s, gone. Your 89s to 92s, gone. And you need a couple of more. How can you do it? This way is going to be the least ideal way. And then there's a bunch of collectibles that I'm going to talk about after. This way is going to be the least ideal way because it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of value, but it's low end value. So what you'll do is you'll come in here and you will take your 80s and you'll build an 83 team of the week. And then you'll come in here and you'll take your 81s and you'll build 83 team of the weeks. You're going to take all those 83 team of the weeks that you build and you're going to bring them up to the 85s. And you're going to turn them into the 85s. So essentially what you're doing is you're getting 185 for the price of 9 81s, right? Or 15 80s. If you have a ton of this stuff, this could go a long way. Because if you have 9 81s, that makes you 185. If you have 18 81s, that makes you 285s. If you have 27 81s, that makes you 385s, but those 385 team of the week players from the 27 81s, they make you 187 and you're on your way to an 89. So it's a lot of sets, it's a lot of grinding, but if we look here, if I look into my 81s, how many untradables do I have that I could turn in? Now remember, I don't have that much fodder, because I've been doing all this and getting rid of everything to make sure I can build these MSPs. But if we take a quick peek, I have 81s here, untradeable ones too. So they have 0 value, untradeable 82s, untradeable 82s. I can turn all this in to make the 83s, to make the 85s, and get that ball rolling to make my 89s, to make my MSPs. Remember, 80s to 84s, none of them have value. They all are the same. 80s to 84s have the same value, and this is what you do with them because there's nothing else to do with them. Unless you're turning them into X Factors, but I would much rather these MSPs than an X Factor. Now, after you do that, what are we doing with collectibles? That's the biggest question. What do we do with collectibles, and how do we use them? Do we use them in this set, in the 79 plus? Probably not. Do we use them in this set? That's what I'm doing, and I'm going to get back to that. And then we've got the 83 or the 84 plus. That's kind of risky because, so here's my thought. You can get 3 84 pluses for 20 coins or 20 collectibles, or you can do this set twice. And if you do this set twice, if you get 189, remember it's riding on luck. If you get 189, you are already hit big, right? And if you look here, you get 30 collectibles for 189. So if you do this set 3 times, for the 30 collectibles 3 times, you only need to get 189 to break even. If you can somehow luck out and get 289s, you have absolutely made it huge, and you're going to hit those 289s into your MSPs, and you're going to have a blast doing it because you just struck gold. So these are the ones I've been doing because I'm trying to hit big and get as many 89s as I can. I've done this 3 times, and I've gotten 189 and 284s. I'm going to use the 84s to make team of the weeks so I can turn them into 85s and build it up that way. But in the long run, I've taken the 30 collectibles and I made them 189 and 284s instead of taking those 30 collectibles and making 189. Does that make sense? Now, there's the 40 collectibles where you could turn 40 collectibles into 486s. That might not be a bad option if you can, because if you take the 40 collectibles this way and you open 4 of these, if you hit 289s, you're laughing. But if you don't, you probably would have been better off doing it this way. So when it comes down to it for me, I'm either doing the 40 collectibles or the 89, 84, 10 collectibles. That is where I lie with which ones are the best ones to do. And that's why, because the 30 collectibles here, if you hit an 89, beats that one out stone cold. And then the 40 collectibles here could be absolutely massive for you. It's all about risk. It's all about risk. It's all about taking a chance. And it's all about if you can get lucky. There is a shot that you open this 40 and you only get 486s. There is a shot that you open this 3 times and you only get 384s. That is something you need to keep in the back of your mind. It could happen, and if it does happen, it's going to suck. But it's the risk you're after for the biscuit. Now, lastly, when it comes to the XP path, when you come all the way to the very end, you're going to see this set here, an 85 plus card. So for 10 collectibles, you get an 85 plus card. That is the safe way to go. Or you could try to do an 83 plus choice pack twice, right? So you can do this once. You can do this twice. If you do this pack twice and you hit an 85, you're laughing. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to open this pack and let's see how it can pan out for me, right? Because or do we do this pack, the 82 plus pack, or do we do this pack, the 81 plus pack, and hope for a big pull? Because we can do this pack 3 times, or we can do this pack once. We can do this pack 5 times. We can do this pack twice, or we can do this pack 1 time. So it's all about odds, comfort level, and the amount of risk you're willing to take. Because I want to just rip some packs and see where it goes, I'm going to do the 81 plus 3 times out of those 6 collectibles, and I'm going to hope we get lucky. Can we get 85s out of this, or is this a gigantic mistake? We're just going to have to wait and see. But what we're going to do is we're hoping that if we can get 185 out of these 3 packs, we're winning. If we can get anything more than that, we have just hit the jackpot. So wish me luck, and let's hope for the best. This event is all about risk it for the biscuit, doing whatever you can, whatever you think is right to get these MSPs. Now, we're risking it for the biscuit. Can I get an 85? We get an 83. We get an 83. We get an 81. That's not good. And we get an 83. So the first one, not great. The first one was not great, but we knew we were going to take some losses to get a big hit, right? We just need 185. we get 185 and we're laughing. If we can get 2, like I said, we hit it big. So cross your fingers, we get a purple. We get an 84, we get an 81, we get an 82, and we get an 81. That again is not great. Okay, now we're on our last pack and we're needing it. Maybe the 81 choice pack is not the way to go. It's the riskiest one, but it may not be the way to go, right? The 83 plus may be a little bit better. You get 2 shots instead of 1. It's all in your comfort level. Here we go. Can we hit a purple? Can we hit a purple? This pack needs to bail us out. This pack needs to bail us out. It's not going to bail us out. That is tough. Oh, that is tough. But so we get, for 6 collectibles, we get 2 83s and an 84. I guess we lost on that one. Plain and simple, we lost on that one. That's not the way to go. But I mean, if we went this way, 5 collectibles was an 83 plus. Who knows what could have happened? But oof, that was tough indeed. But guys, that is the warp speed, how to build the MSPs, everything you need to do to get them done, because I think they are worth dumping everything into. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And which MSP are you chasing first? I built all of them. But thank you guys. Till next time. Ciao, ciao.